Good afternoon. This week question is conceptual, so we don't need to do calculation, and I have brought this, which kind of helps us with solving from your reference manual. The question is, a zoned earth dam is being designed with an upstream sand and gravel. So this part is sand and gravel. Sand and gravel shell, a central low permeability clay core, and a downstream sand and gravel shell, founded on a stiff clay foundation. The reservoir will be operated at near full most of the year. Where should the primary internal drainage feature be located and why? So, to think about this question, you need to know why we put drainage inside a dam foundation. So if you think about the flow net of a dam with this configuration, which is a common configuration, you don't have much of a head loss going from the going in the upstream part of the dam. And then, oh, why did it draw an arrow? And then when you go to the clay, this part you have a decline, and it is almost like a discharge. So the phreatic line becomes tangential to the boundary, something like this one. And then if you don't have a drainage, this comes out. Oh, this comes out like that. And if you have a, let's use a different color. If you have a slope failure here, the water table, the flow reduces the forces on your slope failure surface, and that causes problems. You may have problems at that point with a low factor of safety. So we put drainage to avoid this condition. So let's go through the questions one by one to see which drainage helps us with the problem. The first option says along the upstream face of the core to relieve the pore pressure on the upstream side of the core. That really does nothing, because whether you have drainage here or not, you already have high permeability, and nothing happens. Option B says along the downstream face of the core, transitioning to a horizontal blanket drain beneath the downstream shell with filter compatibility maintained. So you have something like this for the drainage, and you essentially guide the water through, or even the way that it is commonly done, you bring it all the way down, and then you have something like that here to guide the water down and not cause low factor of safety. So this option sounds right. Option C says as a horizontal blanket drain only placed at the base of the dam beneath both shells, no chimney drains. So what this one is suggesting is only having a drainage here, and sometimes this helps, but if you have a tall dam, you may still have some water. So if I use the correct color, you may still have some water going down from here if the dam is tall and the clay is not enough to bring the water all the way down. So option C helps, but option B is definitely better. And option D reads as a toe drain only located at the downstream toe. So the same problem We have probably this one is describing only having at the toe, which helps even less. So the correct answer is option B. This way, the correct answer is option B. And if I want to draw it, it's something like this. You have a chimney drain that guides the water down, and you have a blanket here for draining the water. So you guide the water out of your dam safely instead of letting it bring down this factor of safety on a probable slow failure. So I hope this question helped. I hope this was useful. If you have any problems that you want us to solve during the next session, let us know. And unless there is any question, let me pause for a second if there is any question. Is there any question? Was I muted?
No, I could hear you.
Okay.
And I don't have any questions. That was well thought out and well done. I appreciate
Thank you. Okay, good luck with your studying, and yes, let us know if you want us to solve any question for the next week.
Sure. Can I ask you a quick question about your course?
Sure.
So is your course an on-demand course, or is it a sit in the virtual classroom real time, or how does it run?
This is the real-time part, which we have opened for public. The part that if you register, you'll be able to use is the online part that you have access to use whenever you want to use. It's pre-recorded.
Okay. I will check out your website, sir. I appreciate your time.
Sure. And we have 2 exams that have the same setup as the real exam, so you can practice using the reference manuals. Okay. Excellent. Have a good week. Good luck.
Bye.